There are new developments this Sunday in the federal government's so-called Fast and Furious case. Today, a key member of Congress told CBS News there may be an important piece of missing evidence in the investigation, and he had some strong words for the Attorney General of the United States. Sharyl Attkisson has been on this story since the beginning and joins us now from Washington with the latest. Sharyl, good evening.
Good evening, Russ. This week, the head of the House Oversight Committee plans to ask the FBI about discrepancies in the investigation into the murder of a federal agent. Border Patrol agent Brian Terry was gunned down near the Mexican border last December. At least 2 assault rifles from ATF's Fast and Furious case were found at the scene. Fast and Furious allowed thousands of weapons to be sold to suspected traffickers from Mexican drug cartels. The ATF wanting to see where they ended up and in the process take down a major cartel. But the weapons surfaced in crimes on both sides of the border, including at Agent Terry's murder. The FBI has been investigating. A ballistics report turned over to Congress mentions just 2 rifles, saying it could not be determined if one of them fired the bullet that killed Terry. But today on Face the Nation, Republican Congressman Darrell Issa told Bob Schieffer there's reason to ask whether there's a third missing weapon.
When agents who were at Brian Terry's funeral made statements to his mother indicating that there were 3 weapons, then you look and say, well, was there a third weapon at the scene? Were there additional people who escaped with weapons?
Also, in secret recordings obtained by CBS News, the lead ATF case agent speaks to a gun dealer who cooperated with ATF in selling weapons to suspects. They refer to a third weapon, supposedly recovered at the Terry murder scene, an SKS rifle.
There's 3 weapons.
I know that. 3 weapons.
And yes, they have serial numbers of all 3.
That is correct. Is that?
And 2 of them came from the store.
I understand that. Yeah.
And there's an SKS that I don't think is something else, from Texas or something.
On the broader question of who knew what when in Fast and Furious, Issa says he would like to re-question Attorney General Eric Holder.
Are you saying then that the Attorney General knew a whole lot more about this than he testified to when he came before the Congress?
He clearly knew more than he said when he said he only first heard of this program a few weeks before.
We've filed Freedom of Information requests twice, but the FBI has rejected them in their entirety both times, saying releasing any information about Terry's murder could jeopardize their investigation, now entering its 11th month. Russ?
Sharyl Attkisson in Washington, thank you very much.